Hello, welcome back to another progress report of Soulburn. I have redone the combat system a little bit. I'm still working on making it even better, much more customizable. Um, but first change you can see is now hitboxes are done based off of a square spawning rather than a circle. This was made because the square is much more customizable. I can move it around from the player. I can change it being more forward, more back. I can make it smaller or bigger. And it's a lot more optimized than spawning in a bunch of spheres. Because the spheres, first of all, is spawning a bunch of them. Secondly, it's a much more complex shape than a square. And third of all, it was able to hit somebody multiple times, which is not something that I wanted to have. And the way to counteract that would be adding a delay between hitting a targeted player, which I don't want to make somebody immune to damage for a short while after being hit, because if I have a chainsaw sort of attack, that's going to get messed up by this time delay. So I want the multi-hittable attacks to be able to constantly hit the opponent. But the other thing I did was add posture. So before you were able to block infinitely, which would just cancel attacks without a reward. But the small reward was that you just didn't get hit. And so the parry would stun the opponent, but it was a lot riskier. So there was no point in going for that risk really. Whereas now, since the block has a posture, you're not going to want to do it. So I'll let this guy hit my block twice, because the posture right now is set to a very small amount. Once he hits it, I fall down, and I'm in a stun state for the duration of this. It's about 2 to 3 seconds right now, but it allows the opponent to hit me in this broken state. Now, the parry, it's been made a little bit faster, and as you can see, now I can just hold the F button, parry, and it'll instantly go back to blocking. This was a change made to make the parrying a lot easier, since the point of this was to make parrying easier for newer players. It's a lot easier to represent against this guy if I don't miss the parry. But as you can see, I can just hold F as I'm doing right now, and then all I have to do is click in response to his attacks. If I click too quickly or too slowly, then it'll usually allow him to hit me. And so it still has the punishments of blocking, but it makes it just so much easier to parry very quick multi-hitting attacks. Like, for example, the chainsaw attack. Before, you would have to click F. Well, you have to hold on to F, click, let go of F, click it again, click your mouse. That was a lot of motion. Way too much to do. And mechanically, I am not that quick at doing such inputs, so I could see other people also having a hard time performing that. Now, since all you have to do is hold and click, it is much easier for you to respond to these attacks. But yeah, so far that's all I think. No, one more thing. I added a combo system. So now what you can do is you can do multiple hits. That'll do, it's not really like a combo sort of combo, like a fighting game true combo thing, but it is that you swing your sword and then the attack leads into another type of attack. But if I were to stop it, like say on the second one, it'll reset me back to the first one. If I stop on the first one, I'll go back to the first one. And if I do it quick enough, it goes all the way through the entire attacks. And so with the new change to the combat system, it also allows this combo thing to be a lot more dynamic. And it allows my weapons to have many more changes that can happen to them. And like if I wanted to have a sword that would say shoot a fireball as the final hit in the combo, I can have that now in a much better representation than the old system with the spheres that would trace the sword blade. So yeah, that's pretty much it.